Button pushed.
We're back.
Happy
New Year. We got a lot to do. What's the song from my favorite movie, one of my favorite movies, Smokey and the Bandit? We got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but we're going to get there. Let's go.
Can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Mister, will you please wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up?
Good morning! Snowman here to all you Brock Purdy and San Francisco 49er haters. Shut up! I gotta thank you, Shane.
I mean, whatever happened to the games where breaking 100 points was, I don't know, unusual?
There was one word to sum up the All-Star weekend.
Trays. Cause we take this job so serious.
Splash Brothers, yes. Ray Allen, replace him with Steve Kerr. Reggie Miller, yeah.
What in the all types of blue hell?
Oh yeah!
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Happy New Year, folks. Good morning. Welcome to the Manic Monday edition of Snowman in the Morning, the first one of the calendar year. We hope y'all are enjoying your New Year so far, and we hope that you've made goals. Screw revolutions. Make goals and get them, because that's what we're doing here on the program and on the network. Big Dog, how are you and the family, buddy?
Oh, it's been a long couple of weeks, but it's great to be back. And man, after everything that's gone on sports-wise, we've had upsets, we've had blowouts, we've had firings, we've had everything going on. Man, we got a lot to get to in a short time to do it in.
We got 180 minutes to try to bring y'all up to speed on everything that's happened. Spoiler alert, it's not going to happen in 180 minutes. It's probably going to happen over the course of the next 5 days, but we will get you and keep you updated. But first, there is something I want to say, and I'm going to get this off my chest. I've done a lot of sleeping, a lot of praying, a lot of talking with my wife, who's our coordinating producer and the CFO of Snow Enterprises, and my buddy Michael Doherty, no relation to Brad Doherty, unfortunately. They were giving me sage sound advice on how to attack going forward. And it basically came down to a simple message. Stay true to what you know. And what we know is sports. That's what we talk about. We don't talk about politics. We don't talk about world happenings. We don't mix the two together like other networks do.
Yeah, F
We
that
are
bull crap.
We are Snowman Multimedia. We are Snow Enterprises. We stay true to what we do. We're going to stay true to what we do. We stay in our lane as we have been advised to do. Shane and I talked over the holiday, and I cannot tell you how many times Shane has come to me and says, Snowman, we got another one. Another what? Another hater. What they say now? They said for us to stay in our lane because we don't know what we're talking about. Given the fact that I've been doing this show, that no. Change my sentence. And thank you, Jody, for this. And also thank you, Cheyenne, for this. Given the fact that we've been doing this show for 11 years, no. Bite me. It's what it's come down to. We have radio partners that we're working with. We have television partners that we're working with. And we're staying true to what we know. Period. Point blank. End of story.
And all I got to say is when it comes down to the haters out there.
I don't remember asking you a thing.
Now let's get this party kicking.
First off, a salute to you and your family. A salute to Ryan McCoffey, to Victor Locke and our family. Here's to a great 2025. Now let's do this thing. The Detroit Lions.
Not surprised.
No, I'm not surprised either, but I love it. Win the NFC Central. I cannot call it the NFC North. I'm old. But they win the NFC North and blow out the Vikings 31-9.
Well, it helps when you got Shady in the house.
Speaking of which, a shout to the Shady Sports Network for helping us. To Mosaic TV, Zebo TV, we're on there this morning. Man, how do we describe what happened Sunday night?
Dale Earnhardt, I got it for you. Dale Earnhardt said it best. That's what you call ass kicking.
Uh-huh. The Vikings got within 10-9, and then the Lions slammed the door.
Lions said, "Nope, we're good here."
Lions said, "No, we're good. We're taking the Central, and ain't a doggone thing you can do about it." Jahmyr Gibbs, congratulations to Jahmyr Gibbs on a hell of a season and picking up where David Montgomery left off when he unfortunately was injured. Not one, not two, not three, 4 touchdowns last night.
Yep.
The Vikings had no answer for Jahmyr Gibbs, and the Vikings are going to get dog walked in the first round because they have to go on the road.
That's the thing. The Vikings finished the schedule at what? 14-2? 14-3. And they're a 5 seed.
Well,
bruh,
when you lose twice to the team that you're chasing,
that's not helpful.
When you lose the first game, when you allow the Detroit Lions to steal a game that you controlled for 48 minutes,
yeah,
you deserve to go. You deserve to go on the road.
And that means they've got the Monday night game against the Rams.
I don't really care. I mean, congrats to the playmaker and the Rams for winning the West title. It started with a Monday night game for them when they got to the Super Bowl in 2021. I get that. I understand that. I dig that. I'm not watching.
I'm looking over this lineup for the wild card round.
Before we get to the wild card, let's stay with the Lions. Okay. Dan Campbell made the improvements where he needed to make them. Period. Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery, the best 1-2 punch in the backfield. I don't care what anybody says.
Yep.
And given today, you got to have a 1-2 punch. You got to have a 1-2 punch. If you don't have that, you don't have a running game. Ryan McCoffey is with us. Good morning to you, and thank you for stepping in and helping us out yesterday. That was a lot of fun. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jamison Williams, and what we're going to talk about later on after we go over the matchups, the renaissance of Jerod Goff.
And the thing is, Goff wasn't even remotely sharp yesterday.
He didn't need to be. All he
No.
needed to do was turn and give the ball to Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah, Gibbs went off, dude. 23
That's all he
carries,
did.
buck 39, 3 tuds.
Mm-hmm.
Goff went 27 to 33, 231, 1 touch, 2 pick. But the thing about it is, they shut down Sam Darnold.
I will say it again. When you have a running game and you can control the ball, you're doing what you're supposed to do to win the game. Now,
Yeah.
we kind of knew halfway through the season it would come down to the Vikings and the Lions to decide the Central Division title. Arku, thanks for coming in and joining us this morning. We knew it would come down to the Vikings and the Lions to decide the Central Division. But when we did our preseason picks, we all said Lions.
Yeah.
Because there was no other team in the Central Division that could compete with them, Vikings included.
Yeah, I mean, we
Yeah.
all basically pegged the Lions were going to end up being the team to beat for the NFC North.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Minnesota gave them a run. Minnesota flat gave them a run, but Detroit said, nope.
Detroit slammed the door in their face, and now the Lions are the clear favorites to come out of the NFC.
Yeah,
and I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. The Vikings got to within 10-9 last night, and then the Vikings put their foot on the gas pedal.
Who in the blue hell is going to win the NFC outside of Detroit, looking at the teams that are in right now? Philadelphia doesn't stand a chance. Tampa doesn't stand a chance.
Nope.
LA is going to be If Minnesota gets through it all, I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing a rematch.
I wouldn't mind seeing a rematch either, and I would love to see a rematch between the Lions and the Vikings. But you know who everyone pegs as the dark horse in the NFC?
Washington?
Green Bay.
I don't see it.
I don't either. But the dark horse
I do not trust them.
The dark horse to me is the Washington Redskins. The dark horse to me is the Washington Redskins. Here's why. They clinched their playoff berth when they were teetering on the fence. You got Jaden Daniels. You got Brian Robinson, right? It's going to be the case where the Redskins will have to go on the road to claim the NFC unless someone miraculously knocks out Detroit. Right now, I don't see it. An NFC championship I played around with at the top of the season were the Detroit Lions and the Washington Redskins. And yes, I said it right, Washington Redskins.
No, and the fact is, Green Bay is coming into the playoffs hurt.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And they lost to, of all teams,
the Chicago
Bears.
They lost to a team that doesn't have a draft pick. They lost to we'll get to the Bears later. This is all about the Detroit Lions being kings of the North and most likely kings of the NFC. Who has the ability? Well, if you made the playoffs, you have a chance. All right, let's say that. You have it. If you're one of the 7 teams in your conference and you made the playoffs, you have a chance. Absolutely. But who has the ability to take them down? They beat the hell out of Green Bay twice. They swept Minnesota. I'm not even going to talk about what they did to the Chicago Bears. They got even against San Francisco and hung 40 points on the 49ers. In fact, they have, I think it's 6 games of 40 points or more.
I'm looking.
It's either 4 or 6 games of 40 points or more. What can you do against this Detroit Lions team? It is 6.
It's 6, and two of those were 50 spots.
Mm-hmm. 2 50-point games, 6 40-point games. We're talking about a Detroit Lions team that finished with a franchise record 15 wins in the regular season. We've seen many teams go 15-1. The Lions go 15-2. Okay.
By the way, I got to correct myself. It's 640 or more in wins. 7 total because
7 total.
of the shootout they had with Buffalo.
That wouldn't be a bad Super Bowl.
I wouldn't hate that.
Bills.
I wouldn't hate that.
I'd put the headset on for that one. Lions and Bills. Hell yeah, I'll put the headset on for that one. But there's a team called the Kansas City Chiefs that got the bye. And as I always say, to be the champs, you must unseat the champs.
Woo!
We'll get to the AFC, and we'll do it after the break. Coming up, we'll examine the AFC. Who needs to do what to unseat the champs? More to the point, can you unseat the champs? I have a short answer, and we have a long answer. Snowman in the morning, back at you. Introduce.
This is Snowman in the morning.
People tell me how lucky my daughter is to have been adopted. But really, we're the lucky ones. Learn more at adoptuskids.org.
This planet has been great to me. It's given me gifts that I can't even explain. It's given me adventures and memories I'll never forget. And Battleborn, I think, has given me the opportunity to go beyond and give something back. How can I be a better custodian to this planet and the place I live? That's where I am with Battleborn. Let's make the planet a better place.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy and now begins a future one of matrimony, or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central. No, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
A shout to Teddy Stiga for sticking the game winner and at the World Juniors in Ottawa, and U.S. has claimed gold for the second straight year, rallying from 3-1 down to claim a 4-3 overtime comeback win. Congratulations, gentlemen. Well deserved. May have a highlight or two of that coming up shortly. To the AFC, and bye-bye, Miami. You didn't deserve to get in the playoffs anyway.
Nope, they didn't.
Nah. Matter of fact, let's stay with Miami. Let's stay with Miami before we're going to go through all the, I'll call an audible. Let's look at the AFC playoff picture. We'll go through the teams and what they need next segment. Take a peek at the playoff picture.
I've already got it up here.
We know who the number one seed is. That's the Kansas City Chiefs. Nothing to say.
Nothing.
The back-to-back champs. They got the number one seed. They got shut out by Denver yesterday, and congrats to Denver for clinching their playoff spot. But just like the 49ers went through last year, Kansas City clinched everything they needed to clinch. They got home field advantage throughout the playoffs. They have the number one seed, so they got the bye. So you kind of expected a stinker game like that yesterday against Denver, who had everything to play for, and the Chiefs had nothing to play for. So why play your starters anyway?
Congratulations, Denver. You end up making the playoffs. Bad news is next week
you got to go to Rich Stadium.
You got to go to Buffalo.
You got to go to Rich Stadium and face an MVP candidate in Josh Allen.
Yep. AFC is dominating Saturday because I'm looking at the schedule right now.
Okay, what's our schedule?
4:30 on Saturday, Chargers, Texans. 8 o'clock, here's one, Steelers, Ravens.
Baltimore hang 40 on them. Put them out of their misery.
Sunday is...
Out of their... You know what? We got some breaking news here. Stand by. It's just in. Doug Peterson, goodbye. The Jacksonville Jaguars are reportedly moving on from Doug Peterson. It turned out to be a bad relationship all around. Peterson, who fired his defensive coordinator after a massive collapse last season, had to be the one to pay the price for the Jaguars' awful season this time around, as Peterson gone after finishing 4-13. And one of those losses included allowing Detroit to hang a Fitty burger on them. 52-9 was the final. So, Doug Peterson, you fired. Now that we got that out of the way.
I was about to say that ranks right up there with Mayo getting fired yesterday.
We got more on that later.
Do we now?
We know who the number one seed in the AFC is.
Yep.
And there is no other.
No.
There is no other. The two seed, I believe, is the Buffalo Bills.
Yes, it is.
Okay. So if Buffalo and Kansas City get through the muck of the AFC,
that'll be
Kansas City.
That'll be a barn burner.
We are doing that. That better be the late game because we're doing it. We are doing it. Ryan McCoffey from Saratoga, New York, will Father O'Shaughnessy make an appearance this morning? Yes. He's been banging on the door all morning. Even while I was setting up shop and he was banging on the door.
Is that why I have a migraine this morning?
Yes.
Crap.
The playmakers with us from Orlando, Florida. Bring on the Vikings and Lions. Dan Campbell disrespected us. Okay, do something about it. There's your chance. You guys are in. You're the NFC West champs. More than likely, you're going to have to go to Detroit in the divisional round. You don't like the disrespect? It's like you often tell me, playmaker, and I tell this to your team. Do something about it. That's all I got to say. Because, and I make this personal because many have disrespected me and what I and we are doing. So, if you're the Rams, you have one simple mission. Do something about it. End of story.
By the way, I'm
waiting to see what the Rams do.
Looking through the actual scheduling on TV, the AFC Championship will be the late game, Sunday, January 26th, 6:30.
6:30? Okay.
Yes.
Good. Jaguars have fired Doug Peterson. That is a year too late. And we already talked about it. There's nothing else to say. Doug Peterson is not a good coach. Period. Now, the juiciest AFC Conference Championship would be the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs from Arrowhead Stadium.
Yes, plain and simple.
Denver is in. The Chargers are in. 3 teams from the AFC West are in. Kansas City, Denver, and the Chargers. Well, Denver has to go to Rich Stadium next weekend. Oof.
Yeah, I'm not liking that.
Denver has to go to Rich Stadium next weekend. Oof. I mean, I love you, Bo Nix, and you put it together when you needed to put it together the second half of the season, but you got to go see the Buffalo Bills at Rich Stadium. I cannot call it Highmark Stadium. I can't say Ralph Wilson Stadium. It doesn't sound right. I love you, Ralph Wilson. But for me, it's always Rich Stadium.
I'll tell you right now, the other team that's got a problem being on the road is San Diego because they got to go to Houston.
Ugh. You know what? That's an upset. That's an upset. And I'll tell you why. Houston's beat up.
Oh, Houston might be beat up. Houston might be beat up, but they've had a pretty good record at home.
Houston's beat up. Houston's beat up, and the Chargers got healthy. I think that's an upset.
No,
I'm inclined to think that'll be the lone upset of the weekend.
Well, if it is, that means then San Diego has to end up going to Arrowhead.
Yikes. It might be a 42-41 kind of game. Playmaker says, don't be surprised if the Broncos give Josh Allen hell. I won't be surprised. The Broncos have nothing to lose. From that standpoint, the Broncos have absolutely nothing to lose. They have nothing to lose and everything to gain with Jim Harbaugh being there. They got everything to gain. Broncos have 63 sacks on the season, and that's great. Now get to Josh Allen. If they get to Josh Allen at least 3 times, then we have a ball game. Notice I said at least 3 times. Because Josh Allen, I've seen him pull some rabbits out of his hat. Okay? I've seen him stumble and still stand up and throw. But with that stat right there, I'll put it back up again. 63 sacks by the Broncos this season. Very few people expected that out of their defense. I being one of them. I was wrong. Can they take that on the road to Rich Stadium?
No.
That question. Can they take that on the road to Rich Stadium? What is the kickoff time for that game?
Kickoff time for Broncos Bills is 1:00 Sunday.
Oh, geez.
Because the NFC is dominating the late side. Packers Eagles 4:30, Commanders Bucks 8:00, and then Monday night Vikings Rams.
Why are the Redskins? The Redskins have to travel, don't they, to Tampa?
Yep, Washington on the road to Tampa.
I hope they beat the ever loving out of Tampa. I hope the Washington Redskins beat the absolute ever loving out of Tampa. I really do. I want to see Washington in the divisional round.
Yeah, if Washington ends up in the divisional, if I'm looking at things correctly, it would be, I think, whoever would come out of let's take a look. I think it would be either whoever comes out of Packers Eagles, because Packers Eagles is on one side. I think it would be whoever comes out of Vikings Rams. Let me see if I can find a better.
If that's the case,
let me see if I can find a better bracket.
If that's the case, the Redskins would either get a chance to travel to Minnesota, or they would host the Rams.
Let me take a look here at the actual full-blown bracket, because
I got the bracket here in front of me. 5-4 is Vikings Rams. That's Monday in Los Angeles. Winner goes to Ford Field. Then you got Redskins and Buccaneers. The winner of that game gets the winner of Green Bay and Philadelphia.
Eek.
Which means the Redskins, as the 6th seed, may get a third shot at Philadelphia.
Yeah, and then you're basically going up against the buzzsaw that's going to be Detroit. Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to call for let's go ahead and put, you know what? Doggone it. I can't believe I'm going to do this. But I'm going to go ahead and do it.
What are you doing?
Sneezing for one. So look at the AFC bracket. Say the Chargers beat the Texans. They got to go to Arrowhead Stadium. Yikes.
They're screwed.
And then the winner of Pittsburgh and Baltimore, which would be Baltimore,
ends up going to
travel to Rich Stadium.
Yeah, because there's no way Denver's going to go through Buffalo. I mean, looking back at the history here this season between Pittsburgh and Baltimore, each team won at home.
Yep.
But the closer game was when they were in Pittsburgh. Baltimore blew them out a few weeks ago in their yard. So Baltimore's got a better shot at going through this than Pittsburgh does.
And I hope they do it again. Ryan McCarthy. I'm old enough to remember when the Vikings had finished 14-3, it got bounced in the wild card. I'm old enough to remember that too. People are looking at the Vikings 14-3 team, but must have forgotten that a certain team, the Los Angeles Rams, is a part of that 3. And they can beat them again. Because it's in Los Angeles. And shame on the Vikings, and I say this playfully, shame on the Vikings for winding up the number 5 seed. You beat Detroit one of those times, you're not. Here's the twist on the Peterson firing. Trent Baalke, yes, the man who ruined my 49ers, keeps his job as GM. Well, good luck with that.
I don't see that lasting much longer either.
So we could have an AFC West clash in the divisional round. And if that's the case, should the Chargers beat the Texans in Houston, we're doing that one in Kansas City.
Ooh.
Because I just have the feeling that's a juicy one. San Diego would get a third shot at the Chiefs. What's the phrase, or what's the saying? It's tough to beat a team 3 times. Well, there's quite a few teams that may have a third shot, including the Vikings, should they beat the Rams in Los Angeles, including the Redskins, should they win and Philadelphia win. This includes the San Diego Chargers, should they beat Houston and they get a third shot at Kansas City. Baltimore is already getting a third shot at the Steelers. Yikes.
Yeah, and the thing about it is we don't know which one of those games would be where schedule-wise, because the divisional round Saturday on the 18th has a 4:30 and an 8:15, and Sunday has a 3 o'clock and a 6:30.
Oh, damn.
I mean, the conference championship start times are set. It's just now doing the divisional
that they have to set those.
Yeah, because the NFC is going to be the 3 o'clock in the conference championship Sunday.
I've seen that. I've seen that.
And for once, I can't believe I'm actually saying this. I'm actually glad Prime actually took the Steelers-Ravens game.
Steelers and Ravens
are going to be on Amazon Prime.
What?
The Steelers-Ravens game this upcoming weekend is going to be on Amazon Prime.
Why?
Part of the contract Amazon Prime has.
Is that the only game that's on Prime this weekend?
Yes. Bucks Commanders is simulcasted NBC Peacock.
That's going to be an interesting one.
Yeah. And
I still got the Redskins winning that game.
And Monday night, the Vikings-Rams game is ESPN ABC split.
Mm-hmm. Monday night playoff football. Can you believe it?
Yeah.
It's Black Monday. Coaches are being fired. More coaches are going to be fired. There are some that believe other coaches should be on the hot seat. We'll take a look at all of that. Tonight, it's the FCS National Championship. The North Dakota State Bison and the Montana State Bobcats. Montana State looking for 16-0. That's at Toyota Stadium in Frisco, Texas. Let's take a break. When you all get back, coaches are being fired. Coaches are on the hot seat. There's a couple I'm going to put on the hot seat. And Shane will do the same, and we might get a knock on the door.
Oh, crap.
More in a deuce.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
People tell me how lucky my daughter is to have been adopted. But really, we're the lucky ones. Learn more at adoptuskids.org.
This planet has been great to me. It's given me gifts that I can't even explain. It's given me adventures and memories I'll never forget. And Battleborn, I think, has given me the opportunity to go beyond and give something back. How can I be a better custodian to this planet and the place I live? That's where I am with Battleborn. Let's make the planet a better place.
Whether it's news, The largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant. Weather. Devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States. Inspiration. A breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy, and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
It is snowing like crazy where I am.
It's just cold as hell here.
Yeah, it's cold here too. Welcome back. This portion is brought to you in part by Invader Coffee. Fuel for the fearless. Snowman here, Big Dog there. We got everybody in the Fanatics feedback zone. Come on in, drop your comments. You are the lifeblood of the show, and we thank you for joining us. Now then, let's get to some fun.
Do I need to go outside and get the propane tank turned on?
I thought you already turned it on.
I didn't exactly plan on being around this morning, but you know what? I did, but unfortunately, I forgot to get the tank before I walked in here. Don't worry, I got you covered.
Well, you better go turn the tank on.
Don't worry, I got you.
Mr. Doug Peterson, you fool. Wait, I didn't do that right. No. I don't want to touch on Doug Peterson. We already did. Here's where I'm going.
This has been yet another Beating a Dead Horse presentation.
Give me this.
Oop. Wrong way.
Wrong way. Why do you keep pushing buttons, man?
I didn't push any damn button that time, man. I'm still dealing with the propane tank.
Well, quit pushing the buttons.
I ain't pushing no damn buttons. We got monkeys in the truck again.
Shut up. Quit pushing the buttons.
I'm not pushing any buttons.
Mike McCarthy, you need to go. You should have been gone. You should have never been hired. You get one Super Bowl win with a blank Aaron Rodgers, and your defense saves that said Super Bowl for you. All of a sudden, you're hot stuff. Really? You actually want to believe that? Take a look at how Mike McCarthy, or as Victor calls him correctly, Pennywise, has further ruined the Dallas Cowboys. I always said that the stupidest thing that the Cowboys did was getting rid of Hall of Famer Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson had the Cowboys set for a very long dynastic run, and then he got run, and you see what's happened since. They have not seen the Super Bowl since 1995, and I think it's going to be a few more years before they see at least an NFC Championship game. It's going to be a little while. No, change that. It's going to be a long while. Now, we've heard in the news and have seen in the news that Jerod has expressed his support for one Mike McCarthy. My question is why? Why don't you go get a coach that actually knows what the heck they're doing? Why don't you go get a coach, a big name coach that actually has some success behind it? You hired a coach that has one Super Bowl to his credit, and he got it because of a defense, not his offense. Hell, Mike Zimmer's new fiance has more rings than the Dallas Cowboys do in the last 20 years. How about that? And thank you, Ryan, for that joke. Hell, my wife has more rings than the Dallas Cowboys in the last 20 years. How about that?
Hell, I've got more rings than Dallas has in the last 20 years. How about that?
I certainly do also. I certainly do also. So the Cowboys are still going to lean on Mike McCarthy, who doesn't know how to run a team. The Cowboys are still going to lean on Dak Prescott, who is horrible as a quarterback. I mean, look what the Cowboys did last summer. You brought back a retread in Ezekiel Elliott. Let that sink in for a bit. You brought back Ezekiel Elliott,
who did absolutely nothing underneath Bill Belichick.
Let me say it one more time. Let me say it one more time. The Cowboys brought back Ezekiel Elliott. Really? You actually thought that was going to do something when you let Tony Pollard walk? You let your best running back in the past 20 years and Tony Pollard walk. I said it, and I mean it. Tony Pollard was the best running back the Cowboys had in the last 20 years, and you let him walk like the idiots you are. Until Jerod goes, until they bring in some football people like the way Jimmy Johnson did, and until they bring in a coach that actually cares, that actually gives a darn, that actually believes in his team and can turn it around, the Dallas Cowboys will forever be stuck in mediocrity. And the first thing they need to do is get a quarterback. Why? Because yes, Dak, it is you. It has always been you. It will forever be you. You have no quarterback skills at all. Period. You got nothing. Now get out of my face.
Oh, hang on a second. Hank's running a little slow. I got him for this one.
Victor did it again.
I saw that, and
do you think Jerod is a great owner? Do you think Pennywise deserves one more run? It's time to get right, and I have the solution. From the makers of Hooked on Moronics comes Hooked on Moronics. When you start thinking Prescott is elite, Hooked on Moronics can set your moronic brain straight.
Call 1-800 damn boys. Cole is going to have fun with this one.
I'm sending it to him this morning.
Oh, God.
I got to.
I'm still scared what he's trying to come up with for O'Shaughnessy. I'm still scared.
More hot seats. More stuff. As we fly into hour 2. Back after this.
This is Snowman in the morning.
Are you ready to upgrade your coffee game? Prepare for an invasion of flavor with Invader Coffee. It's the caffeinated elixir that fuels champions, the blend that pushes boundaries. Whether you're battling deadlines or exploring uncharted territories, Invader Coffee has your back. Join the invasion at invadercoffee.com and taste the difference for yourself. Use the code Snowman for 15% off your first order. Invader Coffee, veteran owned.
Do you remember our first group photo? This is it. Smiles all around, even though we were all nervous.
Who could have imagined that our first weekend together would soon turn into a lifetime of memories?
You're an amazing young man. Your brothers and sisters really look up to you. They're a big brother.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
You know, it took 20 years, and I got my third child, who was 17 at the time.
There are so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
I ain't never felt so much love before in my life.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Quinn.
Moment of clarity. I haven't watched BET in years.
KP.
Drake needs to come back with another triple platinum album.
E Digger.
And then you have Ray J. Like, I can't stand that River Cricket.
The Guru.
Okay, the level of crack she's smoking, I don't want it.
BS3 Network proudly presents the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast, where from card tips to hot topics to meat beef of the week, anything goes. Live Sunday at 2:30 p.m. Central.
Sports bettors, listen up. Your favorite sportsbook, BetUS.com, is back and in our 30th year of action. With live in-game betting, incredible odds with daily odds boosters, props and parlays, fast payouts, and exceptional one-to-one customer service, we got it all. And when you sign up today and use the code Snowman, you will get a 125% deposit match on your deposit. Log on to betus.com or call 800-792-3887. That's 800-79-BET-US. BetUS.com, where the game begins. Attention sports fans, looking for the ultimate gear and apparel to show your team pride? Look no further than Fanatics, the #1 destination for sports enthusiasts. Visit snowmanmultimediasports.com today and shop a wide selection of officially licensed merchandise from your favorite teams and players. From jerseys to hats to accessories to collectibles, Fanatics has it all. Don't miss out on the chance to elevate your game day experience. Head over to snowmanmultimediasports.com/fanatics and gear up like a true fan with Fanatics. Officially licensed everything.
It's no secret. Today's consumer wants convenience and likes things on the go. They want to be listened to and receive instant solutions to their queries. This can often make or break the customer service experience. That's why it makes convenient interactions easy for you. Whether your customers want to connect with you via text, Facebook Messenger, Google, Instagram, or website, all messages now come to the one easy-to-use inbox, so you don't have to check a dozen different sites from the platform. From here, you can send SMS or email, answer questions, schedule appointments, take payments, and close more deals simply by messaging back and forth with your customers. When someone searches for a business like yours, they will look at your reviews. So unless you have more positive reviews, they'll choose someone else. Luck makes it easy to collect hundreds or even thousands of reviews from your customers. Simply send a review invitation or create automation that requests customer reviews right after the sale, or maybe right after a service is completed. It will take them 30 seconds or less to leave the review. Now those reviews will show up on the search result and increase your ranking that matters most. Plus, our advanced reporting will show you exactly where your leads are coming from and if your website or ads are doing their job. So why are you waiting? Put your business way in front of your competitors, get more leads, convert more of those leads to paying customers by getting started with today.
Mister? How do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
Thank you, honey. I appreciate that. Why are you laughing?
That
I'm Cletus DC Pan and I approve of all this. Yeehaw!
What's sad is I actually pictured Cletus from the Dukes of Hazzard.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally, that was the first thought I had in my mind was Cletus from the Dukes.
Somebody banging on the door. Oh dear.
Hell.
And I think I know who it is. Hank? What?
Hang on a second.
Okay. Hank, turn it on.
What else can be said about the season? I mean, it's bad enough that the pastor here had to start doing a pen because of how bad the season was.
Uh-huh.
And trust me, I have been puffing on this thing ever since we started off so far in the dirt that quite frankly, I think I saw Kraft's relatives actually rolling over.
Mm-hmm.
And then they decide to bring in Mayo. 38-day-old Mayo, and they set him up for failure.
They sure did.
We draft we drafted the future of our team with Drake May, but we didn't start him because 70-year-old Kraft mac and cheese bread decided to start Jacoby Brisket.
Yep. And that was strictly Kraft's decision, not Mayo's.
So, of course, we're going to end up losing the first 5 games.
Mm-hmm.
And then our defense let us down to the point where everybody down at O'Flaherty's is wondering what was going on. They were asking me for help, and I'm like, I can't help you. He sure as hell can't either. We're the one team Jesus doesn't want to help. He's too busy down in Dallas. He's too busy saving that ass from Jarrell. Which I still feel bad for all you Dallas fans.
I don't.
I feel it's bad enough they're about to have their own Hooked on Moronics.
They already had it.
Yeah, and Tom was the leader. Oh, God. Whoever incited his idiocy, I feel for you. But then you set Mayo up for failure, and then you fire him after leading the team to an actual win. Granted, Buffalo didn't do jack yesterday because they didn't need to.
Making him an unfair scapegoat.
And unfortunately, that led to him being fired.
Mm-hmm.
He was supposed to be the Belichick disciple everybody wanted. But apparently, everyone just wanted someone to fall down on the sword.
Mm-hmm.
Well, trust me, he fell down hard enough. He ended up taking Kraft with him. I mean, that's what happens when you put mayo on bread. It puts weight on it. Even if it is 38 days old.
Yes.
So we have nothing to play for now. We're now in the market for a head coach, although everyone's saying Mike Vrabel is coming over. Yes, another former New England player is going to end up being a head coach.
Vrabel was somewhat successful, wasn't he?
I don't know. I don't know what you qualify as success, but
fair enough.
Wasn't he in Tennessee?
Yes.
There's your problem. It's frickin' Tennessee. Playmaker, trust me, we will be suffering for this. Like I said, he ain't helping us. There's not enough Hale Brady's to help us.
Oh, jeez. Hale Brady's.
He's too busy over on Fox dealing with all those shenanigans.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Hey, at least he's reunited with Gronk again.
True.
It's the only time New England actually really mattered.
And he still ain't the GOAT. Montana is. Okay, I'll stop being personal.
We've already had this argument with my son. Montana and Brady, 1 and 1A. Flip them and you're still fine.
I have no argument with that. I do it. I do it just to make you laugh. But we've already established 1 and 1A is Montana and Brady. Flip them and you still got 1. They still hold the number 1.
Yeah, but unfortunately, there's nothing to laugh about with this season. The defense was piss poor. The offense was even worse. Special teams flat out sucked.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone's going to say, oh, this was a rebuilding year. Rebuilding what?
38-day-old male.
What did you chuck out in the dumpster? No, that's something you actually call biohazard for. Well, we're having to get rid of the 70-year-old Kraft mac and cheese, but it's too.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, you could ride with McCaskett, go down to Dallas to get your all.
No, don't do that.
I want to see him go off on the Caribbean cruise and never come back. Go find the Bermuda Triangle somewhere.
You and quite a few other people.
Oh, that money-hungry bitch in Chicago. I don't know what they see in her.
Don't get me started.
I already know the commissioner's got thoughts on that.
We might see the commissioner later.
Oh, dear God.
Mm-hmm.
Victor, yes, do that, please. Yes, I'm trying to rearrange where the Bermuda Triangle can just go fly over Dallas for a while for you, but it's not working.
You can't touch the Bermuda Triangle.
No, but I know a few people who can.
Yeah, me too.
They're the ones who got rid of Jimmy Hoffa. Meanwhile, we're gonna be playing over at the front nine over at the Boston Public Park. That's all we got this season is that.
You actually want to do that?
It's either that or we go to Pebble Beach and pray to God we don't hit one into the water.
But you already hit one into the water.
No, we hit one into the dragon's mouth. Get it right.
Fair enough. You already had your quarterback of the future. His name was Nathan Rourke. And you cut him.
Don't get me started on that bull crap.
You had Nathan.
It wasn't my decision. It was the idiot that runs this team that made that decision.
I know that. I'm just bringing up. Y'all had Nathan Rourke.
I know we had Nathan Rourke, but I'm not the one that runs this team. Some elderly clown who needs to be on medications running this damn team.
You had Nathan.
I'm beginning to wonder if he's a clone of Jerod.
Do you really want an honest answer to that question from your parishioners?
I already know what the answer is going to be. We both know they're clones of each other.
Stuck at the hip.
Well, apparently 70-year-old Kraft mac and cheese goes well with Jerod Jack Daniels. Hey, there's a flavor nobody expected.
I don't know how.
So, all I got to say is Kraft, either get it right or get the hell out of the team.
Please.
Hank, get the... What I miss? I'm sorry. I got a foot put upside my head and I got knocked out for about 6 minutes.
I say this with all the love in my heart. Father O'Shaughnessy ain't got a lick of sense.
Well, that sounds about right. He's been pissed off for the majority of the season.
Think? All I got to say is,
what in the all types of blue hell
was that?
I got no idea. I got knocked out.
Are you okay now?
I'll survive.
Okay.
My brain's rattling about as much as Dax has been in that helmet.
Jeez Louise. Let's take a break. When y'all get back, I have a question that nobody else will ask aloud.
Oh boy.
And that question's the following. Why can't Division 1A get it right for their playoff and actually have good playoff games?
Simplest answer is money, but I'm sure we can expand on that.
In a deuce.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Are you ready to upgrade your coffee game? Prepare for an invasion of flavor with Invader Coffee. It's the caffeinated elixir that fuels champions, the blend that pushes boundaries. Whether you're battling deadlines or exploring uncharted territories, Invader Coffee has your back. Join the invasion at invadercoffee.com and taste the difference for yourself. Use the code Snowman for 15% off your first order. Invader Coffee, veteran owned.
One of the great things about ordering meals from Mother of Macros is that you can do it from the comfort of your own home. Click the national or local delivery link to access the menu, and we'll ship the meals right to your door. We understand you won't always have time to plan, shop, prepare, and cook to provide healthy nutrition for your family. So the process is simple and saves you hours. We know you're busy, so our meals are professionally prepared and packaged. You only need to heat them up and enjoy. We provide macro-balanced, delicious meals chock full of fresh, local ingredients with none of the stuff you don't want to eat. Plus, our menu changes every week, keeping your taste buds wanting more. We take care of your meals so you can worry about everything else on your list. Mother of Macros.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the high five strangers got. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extra berth. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Quinn.
Moment of clarity. I haven't watched BT in years.
KP.
Drake needs to come back with another triple platinum album.
E. Digger.
And then you have Ray J. Like, I can't stand that River Cricket.
The Guru.
Okay, the level of crack she's smoking, I don't want it.
BS3 Network proudly presents the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast, where from card tips to hot topics to meep of the week, anything goes. Live every Sunday at 2:30 p.m. Central.
During bad weather, driving can become downright dangerous.
Your emergency, please.
Trust Battle Vision Storm, the revolutionary glare reduction glasses that turn your sight bright during bad weather at night or during the day. Watch your ordinary vision become extraordinary. Battle Vision Storm uses light optimizing lenses that block blue rays, so you see clearly in heavy rain at night or blinding snow during the day. Heavy rain, snow, sleet, or fog can make it impossible to drive. Not with Battle Vision Storm. Get your Battle Vision Storm for only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs and supply chain shortages, this may be your last chance to get your very own at this low price. There is a strict limit of 4 Battle Vision Storm per order while supplies last. Don't wait, order now.
Call 1-800-483-6319 or visit battlevisionstorm.com. So call 1-800-483-6319 now.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
Ah, crap. I woke him up.
Shut up. The only reason I'm awake is because I got sent something this morning.
Oh, hell. What'd you get sent?
Somebody sent me a picture of the NBA 2K25 cover and just happened to feature something we hate. The NBA Cup.
Oh, dear God.
I mean, they put the courts in there. They put the uniforms in there.
That doesn't surprise me. As a gamer, that doesn't surprise me.
Why?
Because apparently the NBA Cup, they feel like they needed to have a virtual version of it too for some crazy reason.
Just why? Why'd y'all do that? NBA's in the hole as far as fans go as it is, and yet you're going to ruin the gaming community by adding that. Apparently, the NBA Cup this year was pretty popular, and I asked the same question. Why? Better question. How? How the hell you gonna tell me the NBA Cup is popular and nobody watched that shit? Or let me change my sentence. The true NBA fans didn't watch that because that's exactly what it is. who came up with the idea of putting the NBA Cup, that thing, in NBA 2K. I'm glad I don't play it because I'd return it.
I'm glad I don't have it downloaded.
I'd call every person that makes that and say, y'all got to get rid of this because that's exactly what it is. It's the courts are the uniforms are the whole damn concept is to have an in-season tournament while you're playing 82 games. Just make it a race for the top 8 seeds in the playoffs like it used to do.
Yeah, but that would require common sense.
If common sense were common.
If only.
If common sense were common, then the professional leagues will figure out how to make money without specifically making money grabs. Prime Sports, anyone? Or should I say Prime Video, anyone?
Facts.
Stupid fools. Hey, Hank, turn that thing on. I got a lump upside my head. What did I miss?
Apparently, the commish got sent something dealing with 2K putting the NBA Cup in NBA 2K25. I heard about that, and I kind of dreaded this.
I'll do an uncensored response later. Why did the CFP? I'm torn when it comes to the college football playoff because I love the idea, but I hate the quick expansion to 12 teams. If you're going to expand,
it should have been gradual.
It should have started with 8.
Should have.
Nobody deserves a bye. If you're one of the top 4 seeds, you got to play. Period.
Earn that ranking.
You got to play.
You got to earn that rank.
Yep. Oregon, Arizona State, Boise State. Who was the 4th one?
Georgia.
All gone. Which means that for this first year, the top 4 seeds don't mean a damn thing.
And the NCAA gray wigs are shaking.
Yeah, because guess who's still alive? The wildest of the wild cards, Notre Dame.
Oh, if Notre Dame wins this bitch, oh dear God.
We are the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame Gelat. And they stuck them with a home game against Indiana.
Yeah.
And made stupid fans like me think Indiana had a shot against Notre Dame. I'll do more research next year.
Yeah, I'm looking at this right now. You got Texas and Ohio State in the Cotton Bowl. Yes, this is basically a home game for Texas.
100,000 in the Cotton Bowl.
And then in the Orange Bowl, it's Penn State and Notre Dame. Right now, the Graybeards are shaking in absolute fright for what's going to happen this season.
Look at
I mean, let's go.
Look, folks, I know quite a few people that are Fighting Irish fans that live in Chicago, and I know quite a few people that live in the area where I lived, up in Michigan City in LaPorte County, and I damn sure know some people down in South Bend. I've been to South Bend. They have already invaded Dallas.
I'm looking right now at the odds for these games. Right now, right now they've got Ohio State as a 6-point favorite on Texas, and Notre Dame a 2-point favorite on Penn.
Good. It should be 20.
The odds makers are saying it's going to be an Ohio State Notre Dame
championship, which is local for me. Like I said, I know people in South Bend.
First off, let's go back a little bit here.
Yep.
Who the hell pissed in Ohio State's Wheaties when it came to playing playing Oregon?
Michigan did. Tennessee did.
I mean, Ohio State.
They boat raced Oregon.
Ohio State.
I was wrong. I knew it was going to be a boat racing. I just didn't think Ohio State would pull it off. I was wrong.
Ohio State was up what, if I remember correctly, 34-8 at the half?
Yep. 34-8.
Where the hell did that come from?
Michigan. I'm telling you. Michigan.
So they've been having that big of a chip on their shoulder ever since Michigan had their way.
Yep. And I can't say I blame him.
No, I mean, we knew Notre Dame and Georgia was going to be a dog walk.
Mm-hmm.
Georgia just never had.
Georgia gave up.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this as plainly as I can. Georgia plain gave up. They gave up.
Yeah.
They gave up.
And Penn State proving they had a run defense shutting Genty down?
Genty still got 100, but he didn't get 200.
Yeah, like I said, they shut him down.
Penn State's defense was dynamite. Penn State's defense was absolutely spectacular.
And it took Texas overtime to beat Arizona State. Yeah, 2 of them. I watched the tail of that game.
You know, I nearly put the headset on for that game.
Oh, you would have been in for a thrill, dude, with Arizona coming back from like 16 down.
Why? You know why I didn't put the headset on for that game? A reason I missed a lot of games at the end of last year. I didn't feel prepared, and it's my fault. I nearly put the headset on for that game. I know I shouldn't have. I know I should have. I beg your pardon.
But
I wasn't ready. I'll be ready this week. But you know what I am going to love doing tonight? This one. From Frisco, Texas, North Dakota State, and Montana State. Here's another question I have. Why can't you just start with 16 teams?
It'd make more sense, and that's common.
Or matter of fact, why don't you just start with 8 and leave it at 8?
Because they would probably run into a problem similar to this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as it is, everyone was banking on Oregon running the table. Everyone was banking on it being Georgia running the table.
Everybody was banking on Oregon and Georgia playing for the national championship.
Exactly. Big Ten versus SEC.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have the possibility of an independent getting in.
You read my mind.
And like I said,
you read my mind.
Like I said, the gray wigs that are currently sitting in the NCAA front office are
on the toilet.
Yeah, they are shaking.
They're on the toilet.
They're shaking worse than the New Year hangover they had.
Because they're about to take a bath. They already took a bath. The top 4 seeds are out.
Yeah, but you got to figure Ohio State could salvage this. No one really wants Penn State around.
Listen, I'm going to make 2 bold predictions. No Big Ten teams in the national championship.
Woof.
I know Ohio State's favored, but no.
So you got Texas dog walking Ohio.
It'll be a shootout. I don't see a dog walking, but I don't trust Ohio State now. I mean, granted, they have twice proven me wrong. Twice. They beat the daylights out of Tennessee and they beat the daylights out of Oregon. Now they got to see Texas. I'm going to lay my money on Texas.
So you're calling for it to be a Texas Notre Dame championship?
Yes.
Ooh. If Notre Dame pulls it off against Texas, oh dear God.
There will be questions upon questions upon questions upon questions. There may have been blowouts in the CFP, but I'm loving this stuff. And I said, when we did our college preview at the top of the season with Dietz, and we were talking about this, whom did I say would be the wild card of all wild cards?
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. And who's in the semifinals this week?
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. Notre Dame. Now, I will re-ask your question, and I will ask it to everyone that's with us this morning. What if the Fighting Irish claim their first national championship since 1988?
This?
And I don't want to hear any revisionist history people or revisionist history analysts, and I underline and put analysts in air quotes. Indiana gets beaten by Notre Dame. Well, Indiana shouldn't have been in. Well, they got in. Shut up. Ohio State dog walks Tennessee. Well, Tennessee shouldn't have been in because they lost it. They beat Alabama. Shut up. The committee chose who they chose, and we're seeing it play out.
Yeah.
So I'm going to leave it at that. The committee chose who they chose, which includes SMU, which includes Indiana, which includes Tennessee, which includes Boise State.
Boise State won their way in, and then they get dog walked by Penn.
By Penn State in Arizona.
Who dog walked SMU.
Mm-hmm.
Ohio State slapped Tennessee around, and then they got pissed off and took Oregon out.
They took Oregon to the woodshed. All right. They flat out took Oregon to the woodshed. Here's the playmaker. He says Ohio State should have been done and Ryan Day got fired. Damn it, Tennessee and Dan Lanning. I agree with both of those statements. Because after they lost to Michigan and somehow they found their way in, I thought Ohio State would get punked by Tennessee. I thought they would get punked by Tennessee. How wrong I was.
Yeah, and right now, all the pundits right now dealing with Notre Dame possibly going the distance are doing this.
Notre Dame is the national champion. Hell, Notre Dame has a chance to claim their first title since '88. Texas has a chance to claim their first title since 2005. Penn State has a chance to claim their first title since 1987.
You for real?
I watched that 87 Orange Bowl against Miami. I bought into the Vinny Testaverde hype, and it kicked me square in the rear end. It kicked me square in the rear end. Now, as far as Notre Dame winning, I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that. I was going to Jimmy John's, and I saw a couple of Notre Dame fans, and I just started teasing them. I said, Georgia's going to dog walk you, all right? And they start laughing. Thank you, God. They start laughing and said, no, we're going to beat Georgia. I turn around and say, that is a very distinct possibility. You know what helped Notre Dame? An extra day.
Yeah. And I'm going to tell you right now, should Notre Dame get to the national championship, all the gray wigs are going to be saying this.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're going to be thinking they tripped out on something to see this.
I'm going to call for it.
Notre Dame
and Texas in the national championship in Atlanta.
Well, you know what I say to that? We've hit halftime.
You know what the beautiful part is?
What's that?
Texas has already won in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
They beat Arizona State in the same place.
They did. This is going to be fun to watch.
These playoffs are getting good.
And to think, the first game is only in 3 days.
Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Man, oh, man.
And the championship is in 2 weeks.
In Atlanta, January 20th. And we got that. We definitely will call that one for you. Let's take a break. When you all get back, we'll shift back to the NFL. There's a coach. Doggone. There's a coach that people wanted to put on the hot. People want to put on the hot seat. Can't talk this morning. There's a coach that people want to put on the hot seat. I say otherwise. I think y'all can guess who it is. Back in the deuce.
This is Snowman in the morning.
Are you ready to upgrade your coffee game? Prepare for an invasion of flavor with Invader Coffee. It's the caffeinated elixir that fuels champions, the blend that pushes boundaries. Whether you're battling deadlines or exploring uncharted territories, Invader Coffee has your back. Join the invasion at invadercoffee.com and taste the difference for yourself. Use the code Snowman for 15% off your first order. Invader Coffee, veteran owned.
One of the great things about ordering meals from Mother of Macros is that you can do it from the comfort of your own home. Click the national or local delivery link to access the menu, and we'll ship the meals right to your door. We understand you won't always have time to plan, shop, prepare, and cook to provide healthy nutrition for your family, so the process is simple and saves you hours. We know you're busy, so our meals are professionally prepared and packaged. You only need to heat them up and enjoy. We provide macro-balanced, delicious meals chock full of fresh, local ingredients with none of the stuff you don't want to eat. Plus, our menu changes every week, keeping your taste buds wanting more. We take care of your meals so you can worry about everything else on your list. Mother of Macros.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Quinn.
Moment of clarity. I haven't watched BT in years.
KP.
Drake needs to come back with another triple platinum album.
E. Digger.
And then you have Ray J. Like, I can't stand that River Cricket.
The Guru.
Okay, the level of crack she's smoking, I don't want it.
BS3 Network proudly presents the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast, where from card tips to hot topics to meep of the week, anything goes. Live every Sunday at 2:30 p.m. Central.
During bad weather, driving can become downright dangerous.
What's your emergency, please?
Trust Battle Vision Storm, the revolutionary glare reduction glasses that turn your sight bright during bad weather at night or during the day. Watch your ordinary vision become extraordinary. Battle Vision Storm uses light optimizing lenses that block blue rays so you see clearly in heavy rain at night or blinding snow during the day. Heavy rain, snow, sleet, or fog can make it impossible to drive. Not with Battle Vision Storm. Get your Battle Vision Storm for only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs and supply chain shortages, this may be your last chance to get your very own at this low price. There is a strict limit of 4 Battle Vision Storm per order while supplies last. Don't wait, order now.
Call 1-800-483-6319 or visit battlevisionstorm.com. So call 1-800-483-6319 now.
Sports bettors, listen up. Your favorite sportsbook, BetUS.com, is back and in our 30th year of action. With live in-game betting, incredible odds with daily odds boosters, props and parlays, fast payouts, and exceptional one-to-one customer service, we got it all. And when you sign up today and use the code Snowman, you will get a 125% deposit match on your deposit. Log on to betus.com or call 800-792-3887. That's 800-79-BET-US. BetUS.com, where the game begins. Attention sports fans, looking for the ultimate gear and apparel to show your team pride? Look no further than Fanatics, the #1 destination for sports enthusiasts. Visit snowmanmultimediasports.com today and shop a wide selection of officially licensed merchandise from your favorite teams and players. From jerseys to hats to accessories to collectibles, Fanatics has it all. Don't miss out on the chance to elevate your game day experience. Head over to snowmanmultimediasports.com/fanatics and gear up like a true fan with Fanatics. Officially licensed everything.
It's no secret. Today's consumer wants convenience and likes things on the go. They want to be listened to and receive instant solutions to their queries. This can often make or break the customer service experience. That's why it makes convenient interactions easy for you. Whether your customers want to connect with you via text, Facebook Messenger, Google, Instagram, or website, all messages now come to the one easy-to-use inbox, so you don't have to check a dozen different sites from the platform. From here, you can send SMS or email, answer questions, schedule appointments, take payments, and close more deals simply by messaging back and forth with your customers. When someone searches for a business like yours, they will look at your reviews. So unless you have more positive reviews, they'll choose someone else. Luck makes it easy to collect hundreds or even thousands of reviews from your customers. Simply send a review invitation or create automation that requests customer reviews right after the sale, or maybe right after a service is completed. It will take them 30 seconds or less to leave the review. Now those reviews will show up on the search result and increase your ranking that matters most. Plus, our advanced reporting will show you exactly where your leads are coming from and if your website or ads are doing their job. So why are you waiting? Put your business way in front of your competitors, get more leads, convert more of those leads to paying customers by getting started with today.
Mister? How do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
I'm going to have a little fun here. And I decided I'm going to call an audible.
Oh, boy.
Some people wanted to know my thoughts about one Angel Reese.
Oh.
And why I thought she should never have been in competition for Rookie of the Year. And there were some social media leaks. Talk much? No.
English EXE has failed. Please reboot.
Yes. So I decided I'm going to fry her ass.
Good thing we got the extra big tank today.
Give me this camera.
Oh.
Okay. I'm going to say a statement that not even the playmaker will like. But the context where I'm going to put this is from a basketball standpoint. Keep that in mind. Angel Reese, you suck. I've seen nothing from you since your national championship to even think you garnered to be what you realize where you were selected, correct? Where a lot of people thought you'd be the number 2 pick behind Caitlin Clark. No, Cameron Brink was. Oh, I may have gotten that wrong. Look that up for me, please. I think it was Cameron Brink.
Let me take a look.
Angel Reese, you are fundamentally unsound. Anybody can get layups and grab their own rebounds and then put it back in the basket. Here's a question for you. Where's your free throw stroke? Where's your mid-range game? More to the point, where's your post game? Because since that national championship, I've seen none of it. None. All I've seen you do is leak stuff out to social media to try to get some people to look at something other than your game.
Yes, by the way, it was Brink 2, Cardoso 3.
Cardoso went 3rd. That's all I need.
Rakia Jackson 4, JC Sheldon 5, Aaliyah Edwards 6, Reese 7.
That's all I needed. You were selected 7th, Angel Reese, which tells me the Chicago Sky did their due diligence. They needed a splash player. That would be you. They got another splash player in Cardoso who actually has a little bit more fundamentals than you do. And you're playing in the Unrivaled League, which starts in a few days. And then there was a little clip. Let me say that again. A little clip that leaked saying that you are ready to show people what you're about. In a simple response, no, you're not. Until you decide to really get in the gym and get around people and get around women that, I don't know, actually play basketball and get around people that actually play basketball correctly. I mean, you got a ton of talent, okay? Let's not be totally distant about this. You have a ton of talent. It would be stupid of me not to recognize that and acknowledge it. You do. It's what you do with it that has me questioning why you're even playing. Why aren't you putting in the work? More to the point, and this is one man's opinion, why don't you want to put in the work? Why don't you want to get better? I mean, you were mad when an injury shut down your season. You were mad that you weren't voted Rookie of the Year. That would piss me off enough to get better. People have said to me for many years, oh, you'll never be a sports talk host. Hell, I even had someone close to me say, oh, you're nothing but a wannabe.
What's the 2 words that we would use for that? Bulletin board material.
You know, when that person that I thought was close to me called me a wannabe after hearing me on the air, if I may borrow the words of the legendary Ray Lewis, that pissed me off for greatness. And in 2025, I'm pissed off for greatness as a husband, as a father, as a sports talk host, and as a business owner. Why aren't you, Angel Reese, pissed off for greatness? Because to backhand that, you must be okay with being mediocre. I just hope you recognize it and do something about it. And right now, I don't see any drive. I don't see any nerve. I don't see any want in you harnessing your talent and getting better. I just don't see it. Will we see it? I don't know. That's up to you. Now beat it.
I'll tell you right now, the one thing that she does have that we didn't see in her first year in the WNBA that we saw during that championship run, she actually has a semi-decent mid-range J.
I want her to use it. I want her to use it. I want her to use it. I want her to get better.
Playmaker, yeah. She might have.
She has. Okay. I'll acknowledge that.
But it's time for it to show up on the court.
Excuse me, twice.
It's time for that to show up on the court.
Come this spring, and I will be following Angel Reese very closely on the court. I have a simple phrase that my dad always said to me, and that Jody says to me on a daily basis to keep me going. Put up or shut up. I want to see you put up, Angel Reese. Okay? You got the talent. Put in the work and harness it. Get yourself better. Add a mid-range. And you know the most lethal thing about Angel Reese that she doesn't realize? That no. Change that. She realizes it. She doesn't use it. She's a lefty. She's a southpaw.
I know how that goes.
She's a southpaw. Use it.
Take advantage because everyone guards against the right side. Barely anybody guards left.
Most people are right-handed. I am right-handed. So what do you think people are going to do when they surround you? They're going to surround your strong hand. But what if you're a lefty? You know how many chances you have, Angel Reese, right now to take advantage of the fact that you're a lefty?
Taking it from someone who is a lefty and could drop threes like there was no tomorrow, I get it.
I mean, a great left-handed player, Tony Kukoc.
Yep.
Tony Kukoc.
Dude was what, 7+ and could drain threes?
I'm giving it time, playmaker. This is why I'm saying everything that I'm saying. She's got to have the attitude of put up or shut up.
Forget social media. Focus on the court.
Yes, she has to learn a new system. Okay, any player that goes through a chain and only had a spoon for 1 year, and now has to go through another system. I mean, thank you, Sick. Chris Mullin, anybody? Chris Mullin had one of the smoothest left-handed jump shots I ever saw.
Yeah, he did.
That's the most dangerous thing about Angel Reese if she realizes it and takes advantage of it. She's a lefty. Imagine her having a hook shot.
Oh, dear God.
Imagine Angel Reese having a jump hook. And she's got to hit her free throws because they're going to hack the hell out of her and not expect her to hit it. Now, if she comes in this year and she starts hitting her free throws, then they'll back off. I just want her to get it right. Okay? You're in the WNBA for a reason. It's time to start proving it. It's time to start proving it. And given the fact I've been sneezing my brains out, I think we're going to call it a night or a day or whatever the heck it is. I'm so sorry, folks. I have been sneezing my brains out. I'm going to do one other test when we get out of here. Matter of fact, let me take a break, see how things go, and then make a decision from there. Back in the deuce.
This is Snowman in the morning.
Are you ready to upgrade your coffee game? Prepare for an invasion of flavor with Invader Coffee. It's the caffeinated elixir that fuels champions, the blend that pushes boundaries. Whether you're battling deadlines or exploring uncharted territories, Invader Coffee has your back. Join the invasion at invadercoffee.com and taste the difference for yourself. Use the code Snowman for 15% off your first order. Invader Coffee, veteran owned.
Do you remember our first group photo? This is it. Smiles all around, even though we were all nervous.
Who could have imagined that our first weekend together would soon turn into a lifetime of memories?
You're an amazing young man. Your brothers and sisters really look up to you. They're a big brother.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
You know, it took 20 years, and I got my third child who was 17 at the time.
There are so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
I ain't never felt so much love before in my life.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Quinn.
Moment of clarity. I haven't watched BT in years.
KP.
Drake needs to come back with another triple platinum album.
E. Digger.
And then you have Ray J. Like, I can't stand that River Cricket.
The Guru.
Okay, the level of crack she's smoking, I don't want it.
BS3 Network proudly presents the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast, where from card tips to hot topics to meat beef of the week, anything goes. Live every Sunday at 2:30 p.m. Central.
Sports bettors, listen up. Your favorite sportsbook, BetUS.com, is back and in our 30th year of action. With live in-game betting, incredible odds with daily odds boosters, props and parlays, fast payouts, and exceptional one-to-one customer service, we got it all. And when you sign up today and use the code Snowman, you will get a 125% deposit match on your deposit. Log on to betus.com or call 800-792-3887. That's 800-79-BET-US. BetUS.com, where the game begins. Attention sports fans, looking for the ultimate gear and apparel to show your team pride? Look no further than Fanatics, the #1 destination for sports enthusiasts. Visit snowmanmultimediasports.com today and shop a wide selection of officially licensed merchandise from your favorite teams and players. From jerseys to hats to accessories to collectibles, Fanatics has it all. Don't miss out on the chance to elevate your game day experience. Head over to snowmanmultimediasports.com/fanatics and gear up like a true fan with Fanatics. Officially licensed everything.
It's no secret. Today's consumer wants convenience and likes things on the go. They want to be listened to and receive instant solutions to their queries. This can often make or break the customer service experience. That's why it makes convenient interactions easy for you. Whether your customers want to connect with you via text, Facebook Messenger, Google, Instagram, or website, all messages now come to the one easy-to-use inbox, so you don't have to check a dozen different sites from the platform. From here, you can send SMS or email, answer questions, schedule appointments, take payments, and close more deals simply by messaging back and forth with your customers. When someone searches for a business like yours, they will look at your reviews. So unless you have more positive reviews, they'll choose someone else. Luck makes it easy to collect hundreds or even thousands of reviews from your customers. Simply send a review invitation or create automation that requests customer reviews right after the sale, or maybe right after a service is completed. It will take them 30 seconds or less to leave the review. Now those reviews will show up on the search result and increase your ranking that matters most. Plus, our advanced reporting will show you exactly where your leads are coming from and if your website or ads are doing their job. So why are you waiting? Put your business way in front of your competitors, get more leads, convert more of those leads to paying customers by getting started with today.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
I think it would be wise if we call it.
Okay.
I've been sneezing the entire break. I mean, I don't know what happened this morning. It's like something slammed into me at the last minute.
Okay.
So we're going to call it here. Going to run a quick test after we sign off the air, and we will see y'all tomorrow. So have a great day. God bless. And whatever we didn't cover here today, we definitely will hit it tomorrow. Have a great day. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move. And always remember, if your dreams don't scare you, they're simply not big enough. Dream big, do bigger. We are, and we hope you all are too. God bless you. Happy New Year, and so long, everybody. Priorities for the 49ers tomorrow. Leave Kyle Shanahan alone. See you tomorrow.